Welcome to Signal to Alpha, your essential morning market briefing. I'm Lady Muriel, cutting through the noise to deliver what moves markets today. Let's get you your alpha before the opening bell. Here's your executive summary for Tuesday, November 11th. The Senate has ended a 41-day government shutdown stalemate, with 8 Democrats joining Republicans to advance reopening legislation. Markets responded enthusiastically, with the S&P 500 surging over 1.5%, and the Nasdaq jumping 2.3%. Meanwhile, private sector employment data reveals concerning weakness, and AI infrastructure plays are facing scrutiny after CoreWeave's disappointing guidance. Let's dive into the shutdown resolution dominating market sentiment. Late Monday night, the Senate voted 60-40 to advance government reopening legislation, with 8 Senate Democrats breaking ranks: Senators Catherine Cortez Masto, Jackie Rosen, Dick Durbin, John Fetterman, Maggie Hassan, Jean Shaheen, Tim Kaine, and Independent Angus King provided the crucial votes. House Speaker Mike Johnson expects a vote as early as Wednesday, November 12th. The deal extends fiscal year 2025 funding through January 30th and includes back pay for furloughed workers. Markets are celebrating this progress after over 40 days of uncertainty that delayed critical economic data releases. Now to employment data raising red flags. ADP released weekly data showing private sector employers shed an average of 11,250 jobs per week during the 4-week period ending October 25th. The payroll processor noted the labor market struggled to produce jobs consistently during the second half of October. This paints a concerning picture ahead of delayed September employment reports. Small business owners are reporting the most difficulty finding workers in nearly 5 years, creating a paradoxical situation of job losses amid hiring challenges. On the earnings front, CoreWeave delivered a mixed bag weighing on AI infrastructure sentiment. The cloud computing company beat third-quarter revenue expectations with $1.36 billion versus consensus estimates of $1.29 billion, and boasts over $55 billion in revenue backlog. However, shares tumbled approximately 10% in pre-market trading after the company disclosed unexpected delays in delivering capacity to one customer. This follows broader scrutiny of AI valuations, with Wells Fargo Investment Institute now recommending investors lock in gains from AI-themed technology stocks, citing elevated expectations that make the sector susceptible to disappointment. The AI theme extends to workforce dynamics. OpenAI announced free ChatGPT Plus access for veterans and transitioning service members, addressing a critical skills gap as job postings requiring AI fluency have tripled in the past year. More than 70% of business leaders now say they'd rather hire a less experienced candidate with AI skills than a more experienced one without them. Research from MIT and Stanford shows AI tools increase productivity by 15% overall and over 30% for workers newer to a field. This represents a fundamental shift in how employers evaluate talent. Looking at broader market implications, the government reopening will trigger a deluge of delayed economic data that could spark volatility. September employment figures will be released first, followed by inflation reports and retail sales. Traders should brace for potential whipsaws as markets digest weeks of backlogged information simultaneously. That's your signal to alpha for today. Subscribe for tomorrow's essential market briefing. Trade smart, stay informed. See you at the opening bell.